$75 million. Let that number sit for a second. Most people will never earn that in a lifetime, but for a very small group of people on this planet, that's just the starting price. Not for a mansion, not for an island, for a jet. A machine that doesn't just move you from one place to another. It moves you above the world entirely, above the weather, above the noise, above everything. And today, we're going inside 5 of them. Not just what they cost, not just the specs on a brochure, but what it actually means to fly on one of these machines. What engineering went into them, what you feel when you step inside, and which one sits at the absolute top. Welcome to ElitoLux. Let's fly. Number 5, Dassault Falcon 10X. We start with number 5, and I want you to forget everything you think you know about private jets, because most people, when they think about private aviation, they think speed, they think range, they think raw performance. The Dassault Falcon 10X said, no, we're building something different. We're building space. Let me explain what that means. Dassault is a French aerospace company, and here's something most people don't know about them. They don't just build business jets, they build fighter jets, the Rafale, one of the most advanced combat aircraft ever made. And when Dassault designed the Falcon 10X, they brought that military-grade engineering philosophy into private aviation. The wing on this aircraft? High aspect ratio carbon fiber, inspired directly by their fighter jet programs. That's not marketing language. That is a genuinely different approach to how a wing should be built. Now the performance. 7,500 nautical miles of range, New York to Shanghai, nonstop, Los Angeles to Sydney, nonstop. Top speed, Mach 0.925, maximum altitude, 51,000 feet. And that altitude matters more than people realize. Commercial airliners cruise at around 35,000 feet. Private jets that aren't built for altitude? Similar range, but at 51,000 feet, you are above the weather systems. You are above the turbulence corridors. You are above every commercial flight on the planet. Your flight is smooth, calm, uninterrupted, powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Pearl 10X engines, each one producing over 18,000 pounds of thrust. But here's where the Falcon 10X does something no other purpose-built business jet has ever done before. The cabin, 9 feet and 1 inch wide, 6 feet 8 inches tall. Those numbers sound simple, but stand inside one and you understand. This is not an aircraft interior. This is a room, a real room. 4 distinct living zones stretch out in front of you. A forward lounge where you can sink into a seat and work, or do nothing at all. A dining area with a proper table, real plates, real meals, an entertainment space with a screen that would embarrass most living rooms. And at the back, a private master suite with a queen-size bed and a full, standing, shower at 41,000 feet. Let me repeat that. You can take a shower while flying above the clouds. The cabin altitude, the air pressure inside, is set at just 3,000 feet. To put that in perspective, Denver, Colorado sits at about 5,280 feet. This aircraft is pressurized lower than one of America's most famous cities. What that means for you is simple. After 12 hours in the air, you land feeling normal, not groggy, not jet-lagged, not exhausted, normal. The Falcon 10X is not trying to win a speed race. It's not trying to break a distance record. It was built for one singular purpose, to make the person inside it feel as good as humanly possible. And in that category, it may be the finest machine ever built. Number 4, Airbus ACJ220 now. Take everything I just told you about the Falcon 10X, the space, the living zones, the feeling of a room instead of a cabin, and then imagine doubling it. Meet the Airbus ACJ220. And I need to be clear about something right away. This is not a private jet. Not in the traditional sense. This is a private airliner. There's a difference. Every aircraft we look at today was designed from the ground up as a business jet. The ACJ220 was built on the Airbus A220 platform, a commercial passenger aircraft, one that normally carries over 100 people. But in its private configuration, it carries almost nobody. And all that space that would normally hold passengers is yours. 78 feet of usable cabin length, over 5,000 cubic feet of interior volume. To give you a reference point, most ultra-long-range business jets offer around 2,500 to 3,000 cubic feet. The ACJ220 gives you nearly double that. So what do you do with all that space? Whatever you want. Operators have configured these aircraft with full conference rooms, with boardroom tables, separate dining areas with custom furniture, a master bedroom that looks nothing like a bedroom on an aircraft, because it doesn't have to, full bathrooms with spa-style showers. Some configurations even include a separate crew rest area, so the people flying you are rested and sharp. The aircraft adjusts around you. Now the performance. 5,650 nautical miles. London to Los Angeles, nonstop. Tokyo to Dubai, nonstop. That's not the longest range in this list. And the speed, around Mach 0.82, isn't at the top either. But here's the thing about flying on a commercial platform. Stability at cruise. Consistency of cabin pressure across long flights. A structural rigidity that comes from an aircraft built to handle hundreds of cycles a year carrying full passenger loads. When you fly on the ACJ220, you feel that difference. There is a solidity to it, a quietness, a planted, settled quality that pure business jets, as extraordinary as they are, simply can't replicate. The ACJ220 is not about being the fastest. It's not about the ultimate range. It's about presence. It's about walking onto an aircraft and feeling like the world was built around you. If you want the closest thing to a flying penthouse that exists today, this is it. Number 3, Gulfstream G700. Now we shift gears, because the first two aircraft we've looked at were about one thing above all else: space. The Gulfstream G700 is built around a completely different idea: balance. And I want to make the case that balance, done at this level, is actually harder to achieve than any single record. Because breaking a range record is about one thing. Building the biggest cabin is about one thing. But the G700 had to be the best at everything, simultaneously. Let's start with performance. Mach 0.935. Range, 7,500 nautical miles. New York to Shanghai. London to Singapore. Los Angeles to London. Nonstop. Powered by Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines. An engine specifically designed to deliver both performance and efficiency together. Not one at the expense of the other. Now the cockpit. Gulfstream's Symmetry flight deck. Active control side sticks. Borrowed from fighter jet philosophy. Advanced vision systems. Combining infrared and radar to give pilots a synthetic picture of the world ahead, even in zero visibility. This is not just about safety, though it absolutely improves safety. It's about reducing pilot workload so dramatically that the crew can focus entirely on operating the aircraft at its peak. The cabin, up to 5 separate living areas, room for up to 19 passengers, one of the longest business jet cabins ever built. And inside, everything is refined, not flashy, not excessive, not trying to impress you, just exceptional. The materials, the lighting, the acoustics, the way the air moves through the cabin. It all works together at a level that feels almost effortless. That's the hardest thing to build, by the way. Something that feels effortless, because nothing that feels effortless actually is. The G700 is the jet that heads of state fly on. that Fortune 500 CEOs choose when they need to be sharp on landing. It doesn't dominate one category. It dominates all of them, quietly, confidently. That's the G700. Number 2, Gulfstream G800. If the G700 is balance, the G800 is what happens when you take that balance and push one dimension to its absolute limit. Range, 8,200 nautical miles. That is the longest range of any purpose-built business jet on Earth. Let me walk you through what that number actually means in the real world. New York to Hong Kong, non-stop. London to Buenos Aires, non-stop. Singapore to Los Angeles, non-stop. We're not talking about city pairs that are almost reachable with a fuel stop. We're talking about some of the most demanding routes on the planet. Routes that commercial airlines dedicate specific long-haul aircraft to, and the G800 flies them privately without stopping. Speed, Mach 0.935. Powered by the same Rolls-Royce Pearl 700 engines as the G700, but tuned specifically for long-haul efficiency. Because at 8,000 plus nautical miles, the difference between good and great fuel efficiency isn't just money. It's whether you make it without landing. Cabin, 4 living areas, up to 19 passengers, advanced air systems that cycle fresh air through the cabin every few minutes. Cabin altitude, under 3,000 feet. After a 17-hour flight, you arrive refreshed. Think about what that means for a business leader flying from Singapore to Los Angeles. No layover, no change of aircraft, no hotel night in a connecting city. You board, you sleep, you work, you land, ready. The G800 doesn't just move you around the world, it removes the world's distances entirely. That is what number 2 on this list represents. Number 1, Bombardier Global 8000. And now, we arrive at the top, the aircraft that sits above all of them, the Bombardier Global 8000. Let me start with one fact, Mach 0.94. That is the fastest speed of any civilian aircraft since the Concorde retired in 2003. Read that again, the fastest civilian aircraft since the Concorde. For over 2 decades, nothing in commercial or private aviation has matched what Concorde did for speed. The Global 8000 is the closest the world has come. Range, up to 8,000 nautical miles. The routes speak for themselves. New York to Beijing, non-stop. London to Perth, non-stop. Dubai to Los Angeles, non-stop. Powered by GE Passport engines. Engines designed from the beginning to handle both extreme speed and the endurance of ultra-long-haul flight simultaneously. That's an engineering challenge with very few solutions in history. Bombardier found one. Cabin, a 4-zone layout, a private suite with a full bed, a standing shower, a dining area, a lounge. Cabin altitude, approximately 2,900 feet, the lowest in its class, meaning after 16 hours in the air at Mach 0.94, you land feeling better than people who flew business class. Now let me explain why this aircraft sits at number 1. Because on paper, the G800 has more range. The ACJ220 has more space. The Falcon 10X might offer a marginally wider cabin. But the Global 8000 does something none of the others do. It refuses to give anything up. Most engineering is about trade-offs. You want more range? You sacrifice speed. You want more comfort? You sacrifice performance. You want more speed? You sacrifice range. The Global 8000 looked at every one of those trade-offs and said no. Maximum speed, maximum range class, maximum comfort, maximum altitude, all at the same time. That's not engineering. That's obsession. And the result is an aircraft that doesn't just sit at the top of this list. It sits at the top of what humanity has figured out how to build. 5 jets, 5 philosophies. The Falcon 10X, built for the passenger. The ACJ220, built for presence. The G700, built for balance. The G800, built for those who live without borders. And the Global 8000, built for those who refuse to compromise. Now here's the question, and I want you to actually think about this. Not which one you could afford, not which one is most practical. If money was completely irrelevant, which one are you choosing? Drop it in the comments. Because on this channel, that's not a fantasy question. That's a research question. Subscribe to ElitoLux, because we're just getting started. Next time, we go even further. Until then, fly well.